Okay, I wanted to make a video about the way that I start the tobacco. Not that I've had a tremendous amount of experience, but for a few years. Alright, so I like to use these self-watering seed starting, this kit just for tobacco. These aren't really worth it. This is $20. It's really not worth it for most of your vegetables. You can start those anyway and any way you want, but for tobacco, if you can get some good plants started, tobacco seeds are so small that this works pretty well. And so, and of course, along with our philosophy, we first year we did it, we didn't use this. So now that we know that we can do it the more difficult way, this way works well. Okay. All right, so it's got the instructions on this packet, but I've already done one yesterday. So, all right, it has 2 trays of 36 little peat pellets, and it's got this mat. And so, back up there a minute. You soak this mat in the warm water. It doesn't need to be hot, just warm. And it soaks up water. You can go ahead and come in here. You set these things, these little stands in here. Alright, so if you'll come here, these things, they need to all be laying flat. So you just go through here, there's 36 of them in each tray. You have to make sure these peat pots, before you put water in them, just make sure they're all laying flat. There goes the horse. Doesn't matter which side is up, just as long as it's flat. These expand when you pour water on them. And like I said, you can always, start the seeds like a lot of the other videos do with red solo cups or little peat pot cups. But I like this because the peat that they use is very, very fine, and the seeds are very fine, so they don't get lost or buried. They need to sit on the surface to get started. That to show that real close up right there. Those are tobacco seeds. That shows you how small they are. You got a breezy day with not much sun. The thing about tobacco is it doesn't take very long to grow, but it's the getting it started. The starting your seeds is the real most difficult part. So I about got this done. Alright, so I'm going to go out here and pour this water. This is warm water, as I said. Just kind of gently basically want to get them until they're completely wet and expanded and not still hard. The water's running down into the water container below, so that's good. Alright, what I'll do is stop here for a minute, and then I pat you want the peat down, not tight, but you want it down and flat. You don't want the seeds to go down in the cracks.
Getting all your Facebook notifications.
Yeah. Okay, so some of these you'll feel them, and when you feel them, when you're tapping them down, they're still dry. And I'm doing 72, so there's 72 of these in one of these trays. And there's 36 per tray in 2 trays, so 72 in one kit here. And I certainly won't plant that much tobacco, but I want to have as many options as possible to pick the strongest seedlings to plant in the garden. You'll see some of these, like this here, is really, really low. And that just happens. And what I do is get a handful of good potting soil and fill those up. And then I go through and water everything again. Let me go grab some potting soil real quick. I just get some good potting soil. You have good compost that's fine. You don't want it too clumpy, too many big particles in it. If I see any big clumps in it, I pull it, or pieces of wood or whatever, pull those out. Alright. And make sure everything's good and wet. You don't want any water sitting on the top. Alright, so now what we're going to do is get our seeds, and I've got some more in here. This is for my 2015 crop. A bunch of them, this bag has a little crack in it, so spilled into this Ziploc. So you see here, they're very, very tiny. Very, very tiny. And they stick right to your fingers, and then we're going to use that to help us. So what I do is pick them up. You get about 6 or 8, and I'll do 2 little. I'm just dropping them right on the surface, and they will, if the seeds are good, which we'll find out, they'll start. And you'll get a bunch of them in one little square. Then you can come in and we'll snip the ones you don't want. So you end up with one good strong one per square. And they stick right to your finger. So I'm not keeping a count. Some of them may get 8, some of them may get 10, some of them may get 4. We want one good strong plant per square. And this starting system waters from the bottom. I forgot to put the pad down, so we'll have to do that. Remind me, Daniel.
You put it under the pots?
Put it under the pots, yeah. right. Carefully remove this. You're supposed to put the pad down first, and you want this water to come up to the bottom of this. So I'll just go ahead and pour the rest in here. Maybe get some more in a bit. And then what this does is you want this to fold down into the water. It will wick up. Okay, you're going to have to follow me out to the bed out there with the row cover on it. This is always the fun part.
You just gonna step over the rope?
Yep.
Here's our great plant nursery. The bunker garlic coming right along. Over there too. And here. They're all over.
So let's set this down.
Yeah. Oh, don't crush the other one.
Yeah. Let me see.
Can you hold this with one hand?
I will. Be very careful. Carry for the other sides. The other sides. Yeah, it's very heavy. Be very.
Okay.
Just sit it next to that. Will you fix the lid on the other one?
That?
Nope.
No?
It's not on there square.
Oh, I see.
That's good. Lift the one on the right in that bottom corner. Okay. All right. Slide this up. Anyways, that'll keep them warm even if we have a cold night. And that's it.
Ta-da! Here you go. I don't know how to stop it.
Oh, really?
Oh, there it is.
That
Stop.
button would work.